can't imagine. Look in the mirror, my decision staring back at me. Seeing my scars on my body, I just can't believe how far I've come, how far I'll go to do what's best for me. I'll do whatever it takes to see it through. I've spent my whole life looking for me beyond the gray blue sky. Now I believe, and I had to climb to break the what's inside. Now I gave my whole life new direction. Now I can't imagine. I can't imagine. All alone on an open road, I feel free. Deep in the night, I'm the light. Now I can see. I'm free from the judgment, free from the bondage, free from everything that was me. Now I can spread my wings and soar. Whoa. Inside. Now I gave my whole life new direction. Now I can't imagine. No matter how far, no matter how fast, I believe in me. I know that I can last. Each breath, a step I take, no looking back. Now I know who I am. I've spent my whole life looking for me beyond the great blue sky. Now I believe I had to climb to break the what's inside. Now I gave my whole life no direction. Now I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Put us on the screen.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
This is take 2.
We're back.
Let me make sure I can be heard.
Yes.
Hey, what's up? Okay, so we're live. We're officially live. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us again for Circle Talk Season 4. I'm excited to be here again with Steve and Brooke. Thank you guys so much for letting me hang out with you guys for a few hours before the game. I'm really excited. Are you guys excited for the game?
Oh man,
Very.
It's a long time coming. What a way to shut up
Go
the Pac-12.
Dogs.
Absolutely. Actually, hey, if you guys want to comment or you guys have any questions for you guys, please go ahead and drop them in the comments. We can actually see them now, so it's good to go.
Good.
We are excited and ready to get into this interview yet again. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, iShotcha.com. Thank you so much for always supporting me and everything that I'm doing. I am also a proud sponsor of Juneteenth 2024. So thank you, JD Davis, so much for the opportunity to be the official spokesperson. I'll be doing all the interviews for Juneteenth this year.
Awesome.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yes.
I didn't say that the first time, but we get to say it now.
Hey, that's why we get take 2.
Absolutely. So this interview is going to be it's going to be fun, but it's going to be some emotional pieces to it because I've known these guys for a little bit, and I've seen them kind of blossom into some amazing vessels for the community. And I've known they were doing it before, but now it's way more now their intentions are, for an amazing cause, an amazing person that is highlighted, that is no longer here with us. So we're going to get a little bit of the backstory about the DMAC Foundation, and Diego, their son, that tragically passed last year. But before we get into our conversation, I have something over here. I mean, I told him that I would bring this and give it to him, and so I'm going to give it to him for a second time since you guys missed the first. But this is the plaque for the newcomers of the year for the DMAC Foundation. You guys have done such an amazing job last year, and I'm sure you guys are just going to continue blossoming and being amazing assets to our community. And I just knew that when I thought of the newcomer of the year, there's a few of them that are out there, but you guys have done so much with so much passion and just hearts of gold that I knew I had to give this to you guys. So
thank you so much.
Thank you guys again so much for being amazing people and doing amazing work in our community.
Thank you, David.
Yes, newcomers of the year, the DMAC Foundation, and so DMAC Enterprises. Let me say it correctly. DMAC Enterprises, Diego, Garza Foundation.
Thank you.
Yes,
We appreciate
yes.
the recognition, David. We know there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of great things,
Absolutely.
and to be recognized by you and your people is an honor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, let's get into it, you guys. We have been talking here for about an hour and a half. So let's go ahead and get into, rewind it back a little bit to December 25th, 2022. And let's just talk about just the time that you guys had together as a family, and just remind us about the moments that you guys had together.
We've always been a very tight knit, close family, and Brooke is definitely at the heart of that. She is the glue that holds our entire existence together as friends, families, a community, you name it. She's very driven, passionate, loving woman, and without her holding this all together, who knows where we would be. But it's just amazing to be able to look back at those moments that sometimes, like dressing up for Christmas and matching outfits like we talked about, that you think are corny, or I thought were corny, like this is dumb. But it's not. You have that moment to look back on.
Matching jammies. Yeah, that was in our last Christmas together. That was our last Christmas as a whole with Diego here. So those memories are precious to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just talk about the moments when you guys had finally, said your goodbyes for that night, and did he end up leaving then, or did he?
No, it was a little bit after. Yeah,
a little bit after
the post. Yeah, that we talked about. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was a couple weeks into January when he went back to school. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about how you guys felt when he was, getting ready to leave. Because we've obviously, I keep tabs on both of y'all on anything y'all do, and I still remember the post where you was talking about him leaving, and I even remember a picture of him with like no shirt on. Like,
yeah, that was Thanksgiving.
What's going on with that?
He's baking. He's helping me bake.
Oh,
yeah.
Those moments.
Yeah. I mean, he was driving off. Yeah, it was really sad. Of course, for me, like I always worry about my kids, and we're always worried about their well-being. So we made sure he got a new car that was 4-wheel drive to make it over the mountains. Yeah. And Mama was worried, of course, but he did make it back to school. But as we know, he passed not too much longer after that. Mm-hmm.
For me, watching him drive off to go back to college, he was attending college at Gonzaga University. It was a sense of pride and joy that that you get to, that I got fulfillment out of watching this young man that was, just a baby, obviously, and raising him up throughout the years, turn into a great, brilliant
Absolutely.
It's a real sense of pride.
Yeah. I still remember, just watching the video, and I was just like, oh, that's so sweet, Mom, taking a video. Mom, put the camera away. But that video will forever be engraved in my mind, in my heart, because of what transpired after it was, obviously the information about his passing. Just talk about, when you guys got that knock on your door, since for some reason I thought it was a call, but now
they came to our door.
You guys have told me exactly what happened. So talk about when they came to the door. What were you guys thinking?
I don't think that Brooke was still sleeping. It was early in the morning, and I was loading up my company box truck with furniture and decorations and stuff. We were doing a fundraiser at the time for People's Retirement Center in Tacoma.
Yeah.
We had my company donated new flooring throughout the retirement center and in their apartments, in their living dwelling parts.
Yeah.
And then we as a family redecorated and gave them all new furniture. So I was loading that up outside and getting everything ready, getting ready to go and set this room up. And the state patrol came up and they questioned me and
the chaplain.
And as soon as I saw the chaplain, I had no words except for, is that a fucking chaplain?
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Really?
That's all I could say. It's just so surreal, and it's a moment in life that I will never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's unimaginable to think that could ever happen, and that they're actually telling you your son has passed, and it's disbelief. You're in disbelief. You cannot imagine or fathom that is happening. A tragedy like that could happen.
Right.
So all of us just we just fell to our knees, and we relived that day. Unfortunately, it's hard to get past that. Yeah.
Talk about after finding out about this and kind of going through the motions of how do we move on through it, and reaching out to people, talking to family and friends. Talk about how people reached out to you guys and was there for you, and just was there for you during that horrible time. Talk about how the community just embraced you guys.
And we didn't have need for food or groceries for months, and thank goodness, as we had this immense support from the community and our friends and family, and it really helped to get us through. And just his
As you mentioned, we've always done something in the community.
Yes.
We came from meager means growing up, teen parents,
right,
and struggling through that to find our way to be in a position to be able to give
to
back
help others. Yeah,
it feels amazing to do so, and you just do it because it's the right thing to do, right? And you feel the need in the community, and you want others to feel comfort. And for that to come back around full circle, in our time, our darkest time, and our time for need, I can't explain the feeling. It's just it's so amazing, and it makes you want to do even more. Because you now know how it feels to get that love and support from your community.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful thing. So let's what do you, if you can think of one thing about your son that you miss more than anything in the world, what is that one thing that it would be?
There's no one thing. Miss everything about him, but
it's his laugh,
his smile, his everything. Just that he brought to, we have two girls, but he was our boy, so he kind of rounded out our family. And we'll never be the same. But we'll remember him and love him always.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no matter how old he got, we always found something to bond with.
Yeah.
Sports, and then
Right.
after COVID hit, sports kind of went away, and
Mhm.
it was NFTs and cryptocurrency.
Yeah, he loves to do that with his dad.
Web3.
so they,
I mean,
they like to trade and do that in the stocks and crypto. So that was something that
That's
they've
so
been
cool.
bonded with, as he was older, and they love to do that together.
but overall, it's his bright, big smile,
Yes.
and his goofy laugh.
Mm-hmm. Miss everything about him.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no one thing. There
I
could never
still-
be one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And it's like you were saying. I still remember, going to the funeral,
Yeah.
and like I was telling him, like I showed up right on time. I was on time, but
There's-
there was nowhere to sit.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to park.
It was Pat standing room only, and
It
that
was-
was amazing
Yeah.
to see. And then his procession, with all the flags,
Yes.
his 45s flying,
Yes.
and that they're still hanging up in a lot of people's
Yeah.
houses and garages
Absolutely.
right now. So that was amazing to
Powerful.
see all the support and everyone come together to celebrate his life
Yeah.
and honor him.
It was pretty crazy. Like
Yeah.
I was moved so many times
Mhm.
just being there, especially the time when all of his football
Yeah.
friends went up.
Yeah,
and-
that was
and
so cool.
that was really cool.
Yeah,
They
all his
did,
brothers.
like, yeah.
Mhm.
Coach Lamar and
Coach Lamar, yeah. Mhm.
he came out with that jersey and said, "Hey, we're going to retire this."
I
number."
know, that was
That was
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I get choked
got
up,
us,
man.
yeah.
I get choked up just thinking about
That
it.
got us for
Uh,
sure.
And I mean that just everything.
Yeah.
The community just
Mhm.
gathered around us and just wrapped their arms around us,
Yeah.
embraced us, and
Mhm.
I think it'd been 2-3 months till Brooke finally went to the grocery store.
Yeah, we did not need for food, not once. Like meals, groceries. We had coolers placed outside on the porch, and we just had continuous love and support and meals that got us through that time.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. And when you hear stuff like that, you
Mhm.
realize it's not just because your family that's mourning. It's because you guys have obviously created these relationships with
Right.
people.
And you see that in your
Yes.
times, in your darkest times. That's
Mhm.
when you'll see that love that you poured out is coming back to you.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And it got us through it. Truly got us through. Mhm.
So let's talk DMAC after everything has transpired and you guys are kind of working through the emotions of burying your son.
Mhm.
When did DMAC come into fruition?
Came kind of early on, actually, his first thoughts about it.
Mhm.
So we were at Gonzaga only a few days after he passed. And Gonzaga was wonderful, just helped us from lodging to transportation and driving us around, had the beautiful service for him with
They
all
did
of his
have a-
college friends there. And that was amazing. Just everything above and beyond, they were there for us. But so one of the security, he was a former police officer who wanted to work security there at Gonzaga because he just loved that Gonzaga family so
Yeah.
much. And he was amazing. We had a lot of talks with him. And in the car, we started talking about, he actually had the first idea that, do you have any type of way for kids to get home safe on
Mhm.
campus? And he said, no, there is a big need. He said, that would be amazing if you guys did something like that. And that was Steve's first idea that came about. And then for his birthday, then I surprised him with having DMAC all incorporated in nonprofit forms.
Mhm.
And I got swag for him and the girls to all have. And so that was kind of cool that we got it all done by his birthday. So he didn't know. I was working behind the scenes to get it done so that we could get going with it. So
How'd you feel when they brought it to your attention?
Oh man, I cried like a little schoolgirl. I mean, for it to just happen so organically, like
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
like
really-
she said, we're there in a state of who knows what. I can't
Right.
even explain it, right?
Yeah.
And it just kind of came to me, and it's like there's a need.
right.
Absolutely.
To prevent this type of tragedy from happening to others. And so that with DMAC Foundation, that's where we're aiming so that all kids can get home safe and they have a safe ride home so that things like this don't happen.
So it just started with an idea,
An idea,
and then talking about it out loud.
Right.
I believe you speak things into existence, David. I mean, we can literally do that. And that's what this is. We spoke this into existence. It came from a thought to saying it out loud, to talking to other people about it, to the
what else can we do in
that
the
the community gave us. I'm like, I'm going to give back to you.
Right.
You guys did for us. I'm going to do something for you. And then for, talking about it amongst ourselves and our family, and Brooke just behind the scenes, she didn't tell me. Everybody kept their lips sealed, working to get us registered with the state of Washington as a full 501c3 nonprofit, to the girls working on swag and getting that printed up. It just was really a beautiful family effort that all came full circle. And I mean, for it to happen like that, and to where we're going right now, it's just it's powerful. It's powerful.
And I love the work you guys have been doing. Like I said numerous times, I'm about that life, and when I see you guys just out there working, you guys are giving away presents, you guys are giving away meals, you guys are raising money for families, and you guys are just nonstop. There's nothing at this point, nothing you guys are afraid of, getting your hands involved in. It's just a beautiful thing, especially when you're doing it the right way, for the right reasons. There's a lot of people out here that do it for selfish reasons, but that's not you guys by any means. I mean, I obviously know that you guys were doing it before, but now you have your son right there. Right. Anytime you guys do anything, he's gonna be right there with you guys. And so that's such a beautiful thing to watch you guys do. So let's talk about what's going on moving into 2024. What are you guys gonna be working on this year?
We got a lot coming out, and we're in with our.
Y'all been moving. Y'all just been popping like this.
During the holidays,
we're just getting warm, Dave. Getting warm here.
The holidays were really busy, so we got all that behind us now. A lot of community events. You've seen, we did our homeless outreach over Christmas, and that was amazing. We kicked off Project 22.
About the homeless outreach, though, I just want to. I want to take a moment, to everybody who donated to DMAC. Your funds got distributed to its intended purpose, 100%.
Right here in the community.
Right here in the community. People donated blankets, warm coats, socks, hot cocoa. I mean, you name it. But more than that, what kind of took me back and kind of put me in awe was, I think we had 15, 16, 18. I don't know. I
volunteers out
helping to distribute stuff. And to me, time is your most valuable asset. And if you're willing to give your time, you're all right in my book.
Absolutely. And I still am excited because I know you guys are going to invite me out to do something.
Oh, yes. Get you to work.
I've been seeing them doing all this work, and I'm like, man, I want to get out there with them.
Come on, David.
This year we're going to make it happen for sure. I even got the swag. I'm ready, you guys. Make sure you guys get you some swag, some DMAC swag.
We are really, Brooke, tell you about our next project coming up, and have two big major projects, and of course do a bunch of other events wherever we can get in the community.
Absolutely.
But our two major projects will be rolling out here real shortly.
We're rolling out the Get Home Safe project this year, and so that is our main, to get kids home safe, young adults home safe.
Absolutely.
Obviously, and that's with the tragedy of Diego. We don't want any other family to have to deal with that, and we want kids to have a safe way that doesn't cost them a thing, that they feel safe about doing, and that they can get home safe. So that's our major priority this year. We have it all set, and we're just going to roll it out hopefully this spring and summer. So look out for that. College campuses, local campuses, that's going to be coming out. And then Project 22 is another one that we rolled out with our Noxalone, which is like Narcan, overdose prevention for young adults. So that's really important. I mean, these days with fentanyl is running rampant. It is scary. And like, we lost a friend of ours recently. It's just horrible and accidental, a lot of the time. It's just kids don't know what they're doing or what they're getting. And if someone has that, just like have it in your bag. Our thing is, you got it in your bag. You have it on you. then you can save someone's life and know how to
Absolutely.
respond to that and know that you have that just to be safe. Even if it's not you, but maybe it's a family or a friend, or maybe you're just in the right place at the right time and
Right.
someone is overdosing, you have that and you can. So we're now a distributor of that in Washington State. So we're excited about that. And we're going to be putting out some classes and get the community involved in training and then distribution. So that's coming up. And I think we'll do like a social hour after that, after we do our education. So with DMAC and have some.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
so
working
working on
closely
that.
with the Washington State Board of Health,
Mhm.
and they're going to come out and they're going to help us put on a seminar
Yeah,
That's tight.
that will bring out overdose awareness
and some training.
as well as
Right.
how to spot it, because
Right.
we're not everybody knows
Mhm.
what it looks like for somebody that
Exactly. Mhm.
is hopefully we can bring that to the forefront, because it is a
And
courses for drug and alcohol addiction to roll out within that
some
Project
support
22.
and mentorship. I mean, in all aspects of youth, young adults, but not only with schools and hopefully having scholarships in DMAC Foundation name, but also mentorship and support for that college, and then also support for resources like that if anyone, family or friends, having trouble and need those kind of counseling services too.
Absolutely.
We hope to be able to provide that.
It's amazing. You guys are busy.
Yeah.
How do you guys find time to work? Because I know you guys got 9 to 5
Yeah,
too.
the blessing of real estate though is I can still love my client and take care of my client's needs and still have that spare time to work. My schedule can be flexible to go ahead and still be there for my clients and still tackle everything we've been doing with DMAC. But it feels good to be busy doing things for DMAC. That's what gets us through this holiday and our first holiday. Having that event on Christmas Eve. It got us through, and all our volunteers there. And I mean, just to have this first Christmas without him, it was so hard. But to have that and to know that it's all in his name and we're helping all these people, that's just what got us through this Christmas.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it seems like we're kind of flying by you guys. That's because we've been practicing.
we had a run through, right?
No, I'm just kidding. But really quick, I got one more question. If anyone else has a question out there for these two, please go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'll go ahead and scroll through and see what we have available. But the last question that I had for him was, if you could say anything to your son, what would you say to him?
Really love him. And forever proud of him. Miss him every day, and everything's in his name.
I think I love you
Mm-hmm.
says it all,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't say enough.
It doesn't.
Right? It doesn't. But if we can tell our kids that we love them and grasp what that actually means, it would be I love you. We say it all the time. I love you. I love you. I love you. And it does. But to sit back in that moment and really think about how much you love that person and how deeply you care about them and the lengths you would go for that person,
right?
It would be I love you.
Absolutely.
And we'll continue to honor him and do everything in his name that we can do, to remember him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, man, y'all got me all choked.
We're excited.
Yeah.
It's been and it's still going to be a roller coaster, but we're very excited for the rideshare program. We've got our lift codes up and ready to go. We just kind of got to get them funded. Of course, we're going to roll that out, and it kind of seems like we're going to roll it out in college campuses to start with.
Yeah.
Obviously at Gonzaga first, they treated us so well.
And that's where he was, you know, I would love to roll
Yeah.
that out there where he was and his friends are. And, you know,
Absolutely.
I
But
think
there-
that'll be a great way to roll that out.
There's a huge need for it. We
Oh, yeah.
raise our kids to the best of our ability
Right.
to be the best human beings that they could possibly be
Yeah.
and to make good decisions.
Right.
And you instill that in them as best you can, you know, in
Mhm.
hopes that they'll always do the right thing. But
At the end of the
you
day,
don't know, yeah.
they're just young kids.
Yeah, and
you know.
tragedies just happen in this, you know, you never know that tragedy like this could happen to you,
Yeah.
but it can.
Mhm.
And it can happen to anyone.
Absolutely.
You never think it can be your child, but it can be. Trust me, we would never think that it would be our child, you know. It's just
Mhm.
unimaginable. You cannot imagine,
Right.
but it can. And
I think
all you can do is try to help others from having to deal with that same tragedy, whether it be, you know, in Project 22, we dedicated to a friend of ours' son. He passed away from accidental overdose
Mm.
of fentanyl. And, you know, tragedies like that, tragedies like Diego, a safe way home where you
Yes.
don't have to be out driving. That's our main goal is with DMAC Foundation is to help other youth and
Save lives.
Mhm,
Save lives,
hopefully
yeah.
save lives.
Give people
Yeah,
home safe.
through his life.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Get him home safe.
hashtag get home
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
Hashtag get home safe.
safe.
Selena said, "How can people get involved?"
Oh, there's lots of ways to get involved. The girls, I mean, Selena, she, speaking of our girls, like they've always had, Selena especially, she had a dream of having a nonprofit. And Grandma Garza, who's his grandma, had a nonprofit and was really a matriarch in the Hispanic community. And Selena has always idolized and thought that's what she wanted to do. And so it's kind of cool seeing, you know, even this was born out of tragedy, to see her blossom. And she's just like, I'm so thankful that my family has a nonprofit. My family wants to do this with me because even though it's out of tragedy, it's not the reason we want to have a nonprofit, but it's how it came about, out of the ashes and literally out of the depths of everything. And this good thing has come. And she just flourishes in that because her heart and her compassion is just who she is. So, and then Jasmine has such a business mind and she's wonderful with the marketing and just all that aspect of it. So she helps us, you know, develop all that. And she's just brilliant minded with that. So I'm blessed to have those girls and as a family.
Check out a letter from Dad on our website.
Yeah.
So if you want to get involved, you can go to our website.
Yeah.
Mhm.
DMACenterprises.org.
Absolutely.
Or socials.
Or socials at the DMAC Foundation. And there's ways you can get involved on there. There's our community events that we have done, and then you'll find out more about our projects and also different partnership packets as we're still looking for corporate sponsors to help our big programs really kick off. But there's all kinds of ways you can get involved. We're always posting on our socials if we're having an event that you can come volunteer at, and if you want to be out there in the community with us. A lot of people have. It's been amazing to have the support that we've had so far, and we're hope for more. In the year to come.
Absolutely. And she just posted the link below for anyone that wants to find out more about the DMAC Foundation and where they're at, what they're doing, how they can get involved. All of it should be right there for you guys. You can also get in contact with me. I know them a little bit. You know, they have a beautiful house. You know, I'm so thankful you guys sat down with me and had this conversation. And again, I do congratulate you guys for continuing to do amazing work on behalf of, you know, your son and your family and everyone else. I mean, it's crazy how you guys turn this horrific tragedy into something that's just blossoming into something that's going to bless, you know, hundreds of thousands of people.
Thank
you know, and so
that's the hope.
Absolutely.
That's the hope.
Keep doing amazing work and let me know when you guys need my assistance. I'm always there.
We will.
We will.
There's
a lot coming down, and we appreciate everybody getting involved in the recognition. You know, it's not why we do it, but the recognition that the community is given and the support.
It helps us see we're making a difference. And that we're making a difference.
Exactly.
And that people are feeling that, and you know.
Absolutely. Well, do you guys have any questions for me? I'm gonna ask you again because last time you didn't have any questions.
Did you think of any questions?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
Can we get you to
two for two?
Can we get you to cover our next event?
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Anything you guys need me to do,
that'd be
I'll
great.
come and be a support to anything you guys need.
That would be
You know,
great.
I'll bring my system, and I mean, I do music
Yeah,
karaoke. I
you
do.
do,
I
yeah.
DJ. I do all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to sing at the Christmas party next year.
I didn't say I would sing it. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's what. If you guys need me for whatever you guys need, just let me know ahead of
That's
time, and
wonderful.
we'll make it happen.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, we want to be able to share with everybody what we're doing, and the impact that everybody is making. It's
Yeah.
not just
It's not
us.
just us; it's the whole community that's
Absolutely.
getting behind it and
Absolutely.
supporting us. That makes it
Such
great.
an amazing,
Yeah.
amazing story, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much for listening in and sharing your time with us, and thank you too for just being open to sharing your story with
Thank
the
you,
people.
David.
I do this, and I'm sure they do it as well, in hopes that they would change someone's life.
Mhm.
And so on behalf of the circle, next week, no, Saturday, I'm going to be visiting with our teenager of the month, Miss Ava Cruz.
You.
She is going to come on and bless your guys' little hearts with her little soul. She's such a butterfly. She's in high school. She's doing really well with her academics, sports. She's such an amazing asset, and I'm really excited to share her story with you guys. So make sure you guys tune in Saturday, 3 p.m. We'll be with Ava Cruz. So thank you guys for viewing. We will see you guys later. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Let's go. See you guys later. Peace.
Yeah.
Think it'll work.